April, and I haven't seen her for almost 4 years. I just saw her this morning. So can anybody put our hands together for Krishna? Go on. Move to the microphone. Okay. The floor is yours.
Yes. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy and so glad to see you all because I'm Toyn's friend as well as the oldest person of the club. I was the first person of then we started in the knee hill.
Yes.
And it was twice in a week those days. And it was quite close to my house also. So I was keep coming regularly. The best thing of this club, oh my God. I think you all might have heard the name of Kohinoor. Kohinoor was the precious diamond blue color, and that is in the crown of Queen. That came from India. That's called Kohinoor. Till today, that is the most costly precious diamond in the world. So my Toyn I compare with Kohinoor. Because it was not only entertainment, but I tell you, this club and Toyn's hardest labor, day and night, she's always with any of the member if it's in the trouble. Wonderful person. So this is, today it's a big tree with the big fruits, but she has started from the roots, and I'm the witness of that. Hard labor. It is a great, great service to the humanity that she has done. Because in my own example, when I lost my husband in 2010, I was so upset every day, down like I'm going to die. Then she started one course. It was like building your confidence again. And I'm alive and I can see your all pretty faces today because of that. So she gave life to the depressed person. What is the great service to humanity than this? May God bless her and this club and everyone, and Happy New Year and so many New Years. Thank you.
Krishna, I'm blushing now. She's actually made me more shy now. You know I'm naturally shy. And then she has even made me more shy now. Oh, I just want to thank God for His grace to enable us to support people. Because Krishna came into the club was then in the Knee Hill Center in Abbeywood, yes. 2006, and she kept coming until she traveled to India. I remember very well the time she lost her husband. There was nothing I could do. All I could do was just go to her house, I'll sit down there, we'll have a cup of tea together, we'll talk, and I'll quietly sleep away when she's feeling sleepy. You know, and I'm happy that she's here today to testify. You see, because it's very encouraging when you do stuff and it is appreciated and it is valued and it is making, what is actually important to us is that it is making a difference, a positive difference to human life. Because I will, maybe I can just take the opportunity to quickly tell you about listening ears, because I don't want us to waste the mayor's time, because I still want him to have lunch with us. And I wouldn't want to keep him too long. But for those of you who are just guests or who are new to the service, our charity is called Listening Ears. And when I talk to people about listening, I tell them listening goes beyond hearing. All of us can hear. When people talk to you, you can hear. But not everybody is listening. When you listen, that means you have taken a step beyond hearing. And you have tried to process what you have heard. And not only processing, you have tried to do something as an action. Because listening is a very active verb. It is a doing word. So that means you have done something in response to what you have heard. And then at the end of the day, it's about making a difference. I'll tell you a little bit more about listeners later. Can I have one more person who wants to talk about what how listening has benefited you for the year 2018? Or it could be from since you've joined, but at least talk about something about listening ears, so that those who are new here can know what they stand to benefit if they come on board with us. Any volunteers? I will start to name names. Any volunteers? Oh, can we give her a round of applause, please? The floor is yours. Are you shy?
Yes, I'm shy, but I'm going to try and speak because somebody needs to speak. Yes. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rosalini, and I have started listening here in the month of June, shortly after I have retired. Because after retiring, I needed to get out of the house because I was active, working for years. So I heard about listening ears, and I went and I had a look, and from there on, I have been going to listening ears and going there every Friday in Abbeywood. We have people coming to do activities with us, Zumba, massage, and all these are good stuff for us as human beings to keep us well and fit. So I'm enjoying my time being at listening ears, and I will continue, and I will continue to tell people about listening ears.
Oh, thank you very much. Can I invite the mayor to come and wish us a Merry Christmas?
I can speak anyway. You can hear me.
Please, how do you?
Oh, that's fine. We'll be fine.
Okay, all good.
Yeah. Just move it up a bit.
Yeah.
You sure? That's it. There you go. Can you hear me? Yes, that's great. Well, look, first of all, thank you so much for inviting us back. The Mayoress and I, when we came before, we really enjoyed ourselves, and we're back here again with you. It's the Feel Good Popping Club and the Feel Good Christmas Party. Well, not only do I feel good, I actually feel at home. I feel welcome, because the last time we came, it was a very good event, and we're back here again. And once again, it feels a little bit more like home than to just sort of visiting a party. I'm going to say right up front, I hope you invite us back again, because we don't want to lose our kind of connection now. So the last time you came was the Mayoress's birthday. I know you treated her very well. And I don't know whether you filled the raffle or not, but we won quite a few prizes on that day. So, and that was very welcome, because what we do is we kind of take those and we put those into other events. So listen, I'm looking here at a couple of my notes. And Listening Ears was established in 2006. And as I say, we were here with you in September, which is I think the launch around the Feel Good Popping Club. And you've got two going now, one at Abbeywood and one here at Thamesmead. And both of these centres are really looking after and out for people who need contact and who are still mobile and can get out and to get to places like this. And it's to socialise, and you can participate, as I believe, in lots of different things. Physical exercise, classes, dancing, And I think you've also got an outreach part of this where I think you go into perhaps people's homes. The thing that struck me last time when I was here was Toyin, and again, that lady is absolutely amazing. I don't know where she is at the moment, but she needs a really another good, big round of applause. What a lady. I said it before and I'll say it again, and when we go round to organisations like this, they are successful and they carry forward because you find there is normally at least one or maybe two people who are very passionate, very committed, and really go out of their way to make a change to other people's lives. And I'm here again today, and I'm very privileged again to be meeting with such an amazing lady, because she does make that difference, and she has got the energy and the drive, and I know she makes some personal sacrifices. So, you know, very, very well done, Toyina. And as I say, you've got to invite us back again. I know she's hiding there somewhere. I can see her because a little flash coming along in the mirror, so she's glittering away. I'll finish by saying, okay, we can say listening ears, but for me, there's no point just having ears that listen, unless behind those ears you have some very big hearts, and you have some very, very kind people, and you have people that are passionate and dedicated. And so thank you very much indeed. Thank you so much for inviting us back. We're looking forward to lunch, and once again, God bless you. The final bit I was just going to say is that Merry Christmas to everybody. May your Christmas be joyful, may it be peaceful, and may you have a very, very happy and prosperous new year. Thank you very much. Thank you from myself and the Mayoress. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, your worshipful, the Mayor and the Mayoress. Can I have one or two more volunteers before I then round up, and then we can have our lunch? Because I think the lunch is just 5 or 10 minutes away. So, can I have one or two more volunteers to talk about how listening ears has benefited, the services of listening ears has benefited? Can you give a round to Auntie Georgina for me, please? Round of applause. She also actually, I will make her a little bit shy before she gets there, because she can be very shy when you want to start talking about her. She also has been making use of the services of listening ears since 2006 to 2008. And I won't make her too shy. She has not only benefited from our service, she now gives back to our service. Because at the moment she's one of the members of the board of our trustees. So the floor is yours.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As Tony says, in 2007, I lost my husband of 54 years, and I was so miserable in the house. So one day I got Mercury newspaper, and she had just won something, I don't know what it was, but it was in the newspaper, and the telephone number was there. So I called her, and she told me that they were in Atrium community hall. So I went there, and I enjoyed it so much. At least it took me away from the house, instead of sitting there all the time, thinking of, all sorts of things. Then I brought my friend, Victoria, No, I met Sister Victoria there. So since then we have been friends, together, everywhere we go together now, but that was where we met. So not only do you get to do good things there, or exercises, she teaches us how to cook. There was a time we had cooking lessons about twice now, I think. We have sandwiches. We have, at the end of the month, we have dinner, cooked dinner that is cooked for us, And I've really, really enjoyed being there since 2008, and I'm still here now. And I will be here until I can't come. So I just want to thank Tony for being there for me all the time, I met her there, and she's always been there. If I need anything, I just call her, she'll help me. So Tony, thank you so very much.
Thank you very much. I'd like to call on somebody who has refused to stand up because she's shy, but I will help her because I'm even more shy. Can I call on Margaret Martin? Give her a round of applause. The floor is yours. I'll stand by so you won't be shy.
Hello everyone. You look really good from up here actually. A nice group of people. I joined Listening Ears I think about a year ago. For me it was quite difficult because I'd had years of poor health and I was stuck at home and I'd got kind of a bit within myself. So Listening Ears has given me the opportunity to have conversation, to participate in activities, and they also have a very nice a spread of food each week, like handmade sandwiches and fruit and things like that. Toyin does encourage us to eat properly, eat our fruits and things like that, so that's quite good. Yes, so thank you to Toyin and also to Kim, who's busy now in the kitchen. She's a marvellous lady. She's the lady that makes all the sandwiches and is a very busy lady and a support to Toyin. So it's lovely that we have a place to go to, a place to be amongst each other and to join in. So thank you to Toyin again, and Merry Christmas to everybody and a very Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. Because this venue is called Feel Good at the Atrium. Feel Good is a theme for Listening Ears, because one of the key services that we render is to support elderly people and over 50s to break down the walls of isolation and give them an opportunity to socialize, just get out of the house, make new friends, have a cup of tea or sandwich, play games. We do all sorts of stuff. And the vision is to establish and replicate that particular project in different areas of the world, if I can be very optimistic, in different parts of England. And then this is our second one. The one that we have in Abbeywood is called Feel Good Friday. The reason why it has the name Friday was because when we were starting it, that was the only day that hall was empty. And we wanted to give it a funky name. So we thought, let's do something to spice it up. And then we said, because the whole point is about people to come around to feel good. So we said Feel Good Friday. And that has been going on now for 9 years. April 9 this year, it clocked 9 years. And then we believe we have been able to establish a system that works. And then we were approached by Peabody. And then in partnership with Peabody, we have started another branch here. And this one is called Feel Good at the Atrium. So I want to at least call one person who joined our service from the Atrium. She's looking at me. I'm not looking at her. She doesn't know she's the one I'm going to call. Can you please put your hands together for Cecilia Ahito? Round of applause for her. I put you on the spot.
I'm very shy person.
I know you are shy. Don't worry, I'm more shy. Get onto the microphone.
Good evening, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. I joined this group, this club. When was that?
June, we started here in June.
June.
June 20, we started.
Yeah. Oh, okay, June 20. Because I just joined, that's why. But I have achieved a lot, especially the exercising and making new friends. And our sister Tonya is also lovable. She loves everybody. She encourages. She's all the time. And lady, very hardworking lady. So we are now like a family.
Yes.
I've got a new family. So Merry Christmas to everybody. And Happy New Year in advance.
Thank you very much. I'm happy I put you on the spot. Yes, so I will tell you a little bit more about listening ears. And I think lunch, I can smell it getting ready. So I won't bore you, I'll just tell you a little bit more about listening ears. Listening ears is a registered charity in the UK. And it started on the 30th of October 2006. And that is when we established the drop-in center at Abbeywood, where Krishna was one of our first few clients. He hadn't been all smooth, he was really rocky. In fact, for a couple of weeks, I just go to that hall, I open the door, I put on the kettle, and just wait. I know some people will walk in. Because we did a lot of research and we discovered that there is a very thick level of isolation in the community. And it is alien to my own beliefs and culture. And I think if I have the opportunity to do something about it, why not? And that was how listening had started. So we had that drop-in center. And then at that time I was volunteering for the NHS. And while I was volunteering, I qualified as a health trainer. And then I used to go around to talk to people in the community about how they can take control of their health and be in charge, so that the doctors does not have to control your destiny. So gradually I talked to people about how they can take very small steps and achieve very big difference in their health. In the process of that, it was a kind of a give back to me from the NHS that they partnered with us to start the vision of Feel Good Friday at that time. And we started just less than 2 years into the journey. Then at that time I think it was called PCT. So less than 2 years into the journey, all the challenges that happened at that time when the PCT came about and they couldn't continue to fund. But we already had service users who weren't ready to go back to their homes. So we had to continue and started to look for funding to keep the project going. And here we are. It's been going for the past 9 years. And I want to use this opportunity to congratulate and appreciate the members of the Feel Good Friday Club, because we were funded initially for 18 months by the People's Health Trust. When they came visiting the project, they were so impressed. Usually we understand they don't fund any charity twice, but then we came back knocking their doors. But because they were happy with what they heard from the service users, because when they came, I just told them to have a field day and talk to anybody they wanted to talk to, so that we wouldn't look like we were stage managing anything. They were so happy and impressed, and they told us to come back to knock their door, and we did. So they funded us for another 2 years. But then of course, they don't fund any charity 3 times. So when there was no funding, the client had to arise and say, you know what, we are going to support. And actually, suggestions of the clients that they were happy to donate some money so that we can continue to run. They had put my back to the wall. I didn't have a choice. We had to keep the doors open. And then up till now, it is running. But to the glory of God, we got a company that found us out early this year, and they supported us. So we have been able to reinstate all the services that we run. So for any typical feel-good center, what we do, like the title says, feel good, is to give an opportunity for elderly service users to actually feel good about themselves. We provide different kinds of exercises to keep the limbs moving, because we believe that if you don't use it, you lose it. We don't want to make them to develop some muscles, but at least to be able to maintain their balance and then keep their joints moving. So we have different kinds of exercise. We have chair-based, we have Zumba dance, which they enjoy here every week. The Zumba dance, you do it at your pace. I mean, like the teacher even tells them, if the teacher tells you to jump 3 times, you can only jump twice. That's it. Just keep moving. And then we have, once in a month, everybody gets a 5-7 minutes of massage. If they want their shoulders, if they want their legs, whatever they want, they get that once every month. And then once in a year, we take a trip to the seaside. We've done 9 seaside trips now. This year we've been to, I think, Clacton-on-Sea. Yeah, because the service users will suggest different locations because it's about them, it's not about us. And then we take a vote, and whichever is the most popular location, then that is it for that year. We've been to Brighton twice, we've been to Henbay, we've been to Broadstairs twice, we've been to, I've even lost count. Anyway, we do that once every year, and we are hoping that we might be able to increase that to twice. Now, the Feel Good Friday project, after some time, we started to have service users who became too afraid to come out to the service, and they still needed support. Initially, when we finished the project, I just go around and say hello to 1 or 2 of them that I can, but it got to a point, I mean, I couldn't do that alone, the volunteers were helping, but when the number continued to increase, we were led to start up another project, which is a befriending program, and that is how Community Angels Project was born. That started about 5 years ago, and what Community Angels is that we recruit volunteers who will give us at least an hour of their time in a week. So we'll match them up with a client who is totally isolated in their home, so they can go and visit them, spend that 1 hour with them, have a chat, have a laugh, do whatever they could, take a story if they want, they could watch the TV, they could gossip, they could do whatever they like to do. Just make use of the hour of the volunteer. And aside, so those are the 3 different projects we run for elderly people. We now have a project that we run across the ages in the community, and that is called Steps to Living. Steps to Living is an educational and enlightenment program where we support people around their health and lifestyle that I've spoken about. Usually as and when funding permits, because we are a charity, all our services are usually free. So we cannot run them if we don't have any funding. So if you're sitting down there, you know those who have the millions and they are looking for where to invest it. We are a very good soil. So we run the program about 10 sessions. Within the 10 sessions, we are able to support people to have a look at how they used to live, what do they eat. We are not about don't eat this, don't eat that. And because our service user clientele is very multiculturally based, what we do is we teach and enlighten about the basic principles of eating more healthily and cooking more healthily. The same message: cut the sugar, cut the salt, cut the oil, be a little more physically active. And then after everybody has understood the principles, then we give them an opportunity to adapt what they have learned into the cultural food that they cook, so that wherever they come from, in whatever part of the world, they can still utilize the knowledge that they have been able to gain from listening ears. And finally, we have another project that we run for young girls from ages 7 to 19. That is called the Rosebud Center for Girls, and it's located in the Woolwich Dockyard. We are the only exclusive center for girls service in the whole of the Royal Borough of Greenwich. The girls we support range from ages 7 to 19. And the vision for that project is to be a space for girls to be girls, so that they can have an opportunity to have somebody to hold their hands on their journey to adolescence. And they can just be girls. Talk about things they want to talk about and they don't want boys to be there. Sometimes things they want to talk about and they don't even want to say it when mommy is there. But then they can find some aunties and other people that they can talk to who can listen to them. And because of our name, we listen without judging them, without condemning them. We take them as they are. You know how young people are. We take them as they are and we meet them and then hold their hand to get to where they need to get to. And finally, we have a project that is a food bank, but we call it a love bank. It's a love bank because it's about giving and receiving. We are the front of the shop charity for Sainsbury's Abbeywood. So there is a box there that listening years is written on it. So shoppers donate non-perishable foods in there, which we in turn give out to the members of the community who want a little bit of support. And then we are heavily supported by Tesco Woolwich. We are one of the back of the shop charities for Tesco. And Tesco has been supporting us now for well over 1 year. Every week, week in, week out, Tesco gives us donations of food items that we give out to our clients. And anytime we have a function, Tesco is there to give us not just a hand with their presence, they will give us a donation. When we had our barbecue this year, all the foods, all the burger, everything was donated by Tesco Woolwich. And I have the pleasure to invite Georgina. Can you come around so people can see your face? That's the face of Tesco. Do you want to say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Yeah, that's Georgina. She's our main woman at the Tesco in Woolwich. And she's been such a darling. All I needed to do is just say, Georgina, we want to do this. And she's there. And she never comes empty-handed. She not only gives us the donation, she gives us herself. She's been in the kitchen helping Kim. So please let me say thank you.
Everyone enjoy when we're ready.